You're listening to Up the Turnpike with hosts Mitch Anderson and Matt O'Leary.
Hello and welcome to an Up the Turnpike post-game show, the morning after edition. What's going on? Matt O'Leary alongside Mitch Anderson. Mitch, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, I sound a lot worse than I actually am. I sound horrible today, but I'm doing okay. I feel fine. Outside of this voice, just borderline Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. It sounds like Macho Man, but
great impression.
I couldn't think of what he would actually say in that. Oh, look at my coffee. Yeah. That's how I'm doing. What about you?
Doing pretty good. It was a late night for the both of us. We weren't able to make it back for the game, so we're recording the morning after, which is totally okay. But the Islanders back in the win column. Mitch, Road Warriors strike again.
That's right. 3 wins in a row for the team.
Hell yeah.
Find themselves third in the Metropolitan Division and like third in the East, basically. The East sucks, or it doesn't suck. It's way too competitive. And so not everyone is able to win. I guess like every team in the East is above 500 or at 500.
Yeah, no one's really setting themselves apart of or away from the pack, and no one's falling way out of it, which like, I don't know if that's like you said, it's kind of the chicken and the egg argument. Is it just it's way too competitive, or every team is kind of just mid? And like up to you to decide, right?
That's right. Sorry, the Sabres are below 500.
Okay, the only one. Are you surprised, Mitch? Are we shocked? You tell me that I'm supposed to be surprised?
No, fair enough. But they win here in Tampa, second win against the Tampa Bay Lightning this season.
Yeah, and they have them again coming up soon, right? So they had like 3 games right in a row against Tampa, but
December 13th.
Yes, next Saturday they get them again. So a week after this game, but let's get into this one. Not a lot of goals to talk about, and kind of low event first period, Mitch. Like there's no penalties for either side. Just Islanders 4 shots to Tampa Bay's 9 in that first period.
Yeah, and Ilya Sorokin, which is going to be the story of this game, kind of holding it down. You're right. Low event, so 7 high danger chances between both teams. A combined 0.15, I think, or sorry, 1.05 expected goals. Most of that coming from the Tampa Bay Lightning, like 80% of it. Just not a whole lot going on. Ilya Sorokin seeing pucks really well. From the game recast that I was able to watch, like the condensed version, which is still quite long. It was like a 20-minute long video. Everything he was seeing was or everything that was coming at him, he was seeing. And he's able to quickly deflect it into an area or just soak it up. Just simple goalie stuff, it seemed. Good stuff from him.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's been really fun to watch him lately. And he was locked in. Again, I think that's the main storyline, as I'm sure you watching this can see above our head, that there's the goose egg next to the Tampa Bay Lightning, another shutout. He's now tied with Chico Resch for 25 shutouts, the most for any Islander, which is pretty impressive considering the amount of time. He's been here for a few years now, but it just feels like the Chico Resch number that seemed like unobtainable for an Islander goalie, just because they have recycled through goalies rather quickly. It's rare to see someone here as long as Sorokin's been at this point.
Well, yeah, exactly. Which is why, Chico Resch's numbers have been up there forever. Like he's got a career 25 shutouts. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot. It is, obviously. It's 25 games or nothing. 25 out of 270 games. Is that a 1%? So 1 out of 100 games is a shutout for Sorokin over his career, pretty much. Yeah, it's not even 10% about.
Yeah, not math, guys. Don't ask us to do math, please.
Yeah, I had to pull out the calculator to figure that one out for some stupid reason. But yeah, I think the big question here is, when does he, hold the record at 26? It's going to be this year. With the way he's playing, it's just how soon.
He might do it by Christmas at this rate, Mitch.
Right? What are his game logs? How many shutouts do you have in the last little bit? He's got 2 shutouts since November 20th, 3 shutouts since the beginning of November, which was really the turnaround, right? He gets that shutout against the Rangers, and has not looked what he was at the beginning.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the Islanders' hot streak too. That was their first game on that long road trip, and obviously it's worked worked wonders since then. He's done really well at that point, which more on Ilya Sorokin as we talk through this. I did want to mention, Mitch, in the second period, so no goals in the second, still 0-0 after 2 periods, but the Islanders took 2 penalties. One was an Anders Lehigh stick, the other was a Bo Horvat hooking. They killed both of those. They are now up to 7th in the league on the PK, killing at 83.3%.
That's amazing. Like that's such a big change from where they were before, right? Like historically bad penalty kill. And it cost us so many games last year.
Yeah.
Was it last year at the beginning of the season we played the Devils and we were up like 4-1 or something and we ended up losing because our penalty kill was awful? Maybe we weren't up that big, but it was like they won because of their power play was able to score so often.
Yeah, I mean that was unfortunately a story for the team last year. Felt like anytime they were going on a penalty kill, the puck was ending up in the back of the net. There were a bunch of blown third period leads, which was a storyline for this team for a couple of years. But those have, for the most part, gone away. 83.3 and being in the top 10 after, they salvaged it in the last, I was going to say the second half of the year, but I don't even know if it was that long, the last couple months of the year, but they were on pace to be under 70%. And then they squeaked over it and ended up like 31st in the league, which obviously isn't very good, but from 31 up to 7, and just seemingly getting better and better.
Yeah. And like for all the talk that we have about Ilya Sorokin, the change on the penalty kill isn't necessarily Sorokin led. You might think it is based off how he's playing, but he's still sitting at 56th in the NHL. Yeah, 56 for goals saved above expected at 5-on-4. Or sorry, I want to do the other way, 4-on-5. Sorry, never mind. It is completely flipped. He is number 1. It is Sorokin led.
Okay, good.
6.5 goals saved above expected.
Okay.
And the next one is Devin Cooley in Calgary at 5.4. So he's got it all to himself. So big shout out to Ilya Sorokin, who on one of those penalty kills, they work the puck to Brandon Hagel down low, and he's alone there, wide open. But Sorokin's down and his solid butterfly doesn't allow a 5-hole. There's nothing open there. Nothing is available. We were seeing those go in every other day at the beginning of this year. That's not happening anymore. So that's massive.
It's just completely gone. And later on in the third period, that would come up again, which we'll get to. But I just wanted to bring up the penalty kill numbers because no goals in the second period. Islanders kill off 2. Shots were 12 from Tampa Bay, 8 for the Islanders, so they double their shots, but still being outshot. And that was kind of the theme of this game. They end up being outshot 32-19 for the game.
Yeah, which apparently we are really good when we're being outshot and outchanced 74-42, or outcoursied, I should say. I guess you win games that way when you have Ilya Sorokin playing the way he's playing.
Absolutely, Mitch. So let's get to this third period. Some controversy as Brandon Hagel takes a high stick against Casey Cizikas, but gets hit with a double minor. And the Tampa Bay bench was very upset because, as they point out, it looked like Kyle McLean's hand was on Hagel's stick.
Yeah. I mean, you can get mad about that, and that's totally fair. Like, refs are going to miss calls, and they can't go and look at every single one. So I get it. If you're a Tampa fan, I don't know why you're listening to this, but maybe you want to see what the other team has to say. Maybe you got badly done by that. And that's totally fair. It's going to happen. That shit is going to happen. But honest to God, Tampa, you just won 7 games in a row before we ended it. Lulz. Whatever. Just relax. You're still good.
They are still a very good hockey team. But the Islanders would take advantage on this power play this isn't going to do it justice, but we'll take a look at the visualization of the Cal Ritchie goal. He goes through between his legs and puts this one in the back of the net.
Yeah, I don't really like Simon Holmstrom being so high up there, but Tony DeAngelo, a really good job of getting the puck towards the net, and it works towards the boards. And Cal Ritchie, the reaction, just holy Christ!
Yeah, just bounces right back to him, goes between the legs and tucks it home.
Like, to have the mental capacity to make that decision that quickly. Like, I don't have the space to really get it out properly. So I'm going to do the really contortionist thing and go through my legs because that's the best angle I've got and have it work. Holy shit, man. I know he's not the only player to ever do that.
No,
But not every player can do that.
No, right. And then there's been more and more examples of him showing off his skill, right? It feels like he's getting more and more comfortable with the number of games that he's played.
Yeah, and there are a few chances today where he's putting himself in really good situations. There's one where in the second period, I think Duke hits the post. It's the second post they hit in the game, but Duke is coming across the zone, the slot, and throws it far side on Johansson and just kind of squeaks under him, hits the post. So like, good attempt by Duke, but when you look at the play again, like Richie's on his left side, and Richie's a left-handed skater. He's got the stick, he's got the ability to tap it in, but like Duke doesn't see him, which is, again, fine. He hits the post, but he put himself in a really good position. So he's doing that ahead of scoring these highlight reel goals. Just absolutely ridiculous, man.
Absolutely. So shortly thereafter, Tampa Bay would pull their goalie and get a bunch of really high quality chances. And that was what I wanted to talk about next. Is Ilya Sorokin stands tall, makes a bunch of big saves, and Casey Zizekas puts one in the empty net with 2 seconds to go. So you're looking at a 2-0 New York Islanders victory, Mitch.
Oh, hell yeah. And 3 wins in a row again for this team. And Ilya Sorokin, just an absolute wall out there lately. Love it, obviously. And we talked about this before with Ilya Sorokin and the Islanders maybe making the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs if Ilya Sorokin isn't playing well. And we don't care if they do or don't. It'd be great if they did, but whatever. But they make the playoffs if Sorokin is playing well. And that's just the quality of that any goalie brings to the table. And at this point, they're in position to do it so because Ilya Sorokin is playing so well. And the team is able to, score a couple of goals. He gets some run support. And we find ourselves, winning games more often than not.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at some of the game stats. We'll do the box score numbers as well. Shots 32 from Tampa to the Islanders 19. Tampa better in the faceoff dot, 57.4% to the Islanders 42.6. Here's a big difference though. Islanders 1 for 3 on the power play. Lightning 0 for 2. 6 penalty minutes for Tampa to the Islanders 4. Hits were pretty close. 22 for the Islanders, 21 for Tampa. Blocked shots, Isles blocked 22 shots, Tampa 10. Giveaways, Islanders 16-10, and takeaways 7 for Tampa, 2 for the New York Islanders.
Yeah, man, special teams were winning games because special teams are showing up. Like, how many games have we lost previously because of special teams? Since the month of November, the penalty kill is operating at 89.6%, which is the 4th best in the league since November. And that's more than a month. The power play is still struggling since that time, but I feel like it's turned around lately. Maybe not as far as November, and maybe a couple of weeks.
I don't know what numbers you're gonna find here, but they did score one in this game, so hopefully they start digging their way out of it. It's still not pretty.
No, I went to like November 23rd, so like 2-ish weeks, and it's 16.7%.
Yeah,
that's still not good. Man.
It's still not a good number. But you're right. Like that, Ilya Sorokin and special teams were a big reason for why they won this game.
Absolutely, it's huge. A big difference on the outcome of the game and the outcome of this team going forward. Do they still make the playoffs? Who knows? Lots of game left to play, but. I mean, they're winning games that they're not supposed to be winning and losing games they should be winning, which really sucks. But we'll figure that out eventually, I think.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the box score numbers. Mitch, who is leading the way for the Islanders in ice time for forwards?
The inflection in your voice tells me it might be someone different. But I'm going to go with Matthew Barzal.
It's not Barzal, but it's the other guy you would have likely guessed in Bo Horvat. But it's a pretty big number, 22 minutes and 13 seconds. Next closest was Simon Holmstrom at 18:45.
Simon Holmstrom, eh?
Yeah.
That's a couple of games now where he's top of the pops for ice time, which is interesting. I get it. He's a good player. He's a cerebral player. He's good for them defensively. In a game where they're being outshot heavily, I guess that kind of makes sense. I'm just trying to look at the lines here. Yeah, I don't know. Like the Bo line wasn't really doing that well relative to the rest of the team. Like the best line that we had in terms of just the Corsi was the Barzal line. If we're looking at expected goals, it was the Callum Ritchie, Simon Holmstrom line. Like they were probably the best, and the fourth line doing well as well. So I don't know. This seems interesting that Oh, Simon is up there, I guess.
Absolutely. Least, who do we got?
Ooh, Mark Gatcomb.
It is Mark Gatcomb, but 10 minutes and 29 seconds. They really rolled 4 lines in this game.
Yeah, and like I said, the fourth line did pretty well, at least in terms of expected goals, relative expected goals, at 23.23, which is the second highest on the team after the Callum Ritchie, Simon Holmstrom line. So that's they're doing something, which is all we cared at. That's all we want. Do something positive, obviously.
Defenseman, who are we looking at?
I'm going to say Matthew Schaefer.
24 minutes and 27 seconds. He leads the way.
But I had a feeling it might have been Adam Pelech. Was he close?
He was third at 21 minutes and 56 seconds. So he played a nice amount in this game.
Okay. I assume Travis Mitchell has the least at like 11 and a half.
Adam Boquist came in for him in this game, but it was Adam Boquist. So same role, 11:46.
Right. I didn't even realize it was Adam Boquist. I thought I saw, oh, right. Boquist is 34. Mitchell's 38. Or did I get those numbers reversed?
No, Boquist is 34. So that's
okay. I did see 34 and I thought that was Mitchell for some reason. I don't know why.
That is quite okay. As we mentioned, Ilya Sorokin stopped all 32 shots that he faced for a perfect 1,000 save percentage. And the big story from this is now, if you want to take a look at goals saved above expected, your leader in the NHL, Ilya Sorokin at 19.8.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Remember when he was like bottom, like 60th or something like that? Ridiculous.
So he is, again, consider the start that he had to the season. These numbers aren't perfect yet, but is up to a 9.12 and 2.47 goals against.
Yeah. He's second in the league in shutouts. The 9.12 isn't great, but he's getting up there. He's got 10 wins on the season. So he's up to 11th or tied for 10th in the league for wins. I mean, it's starting to add up. Like he's not, I don't think he's obviously not a Vezina favorite right now, but he's creeping up that Vezina table easily. Yeah, which is where we want to see him.
Right. And we wanted to see that number for goals against get, around 2.5. It's under that now. The next step, I think, is for the save percentage to catch up. And, unfortunately, with how the year started, he had a pretty big hole to dig out of. But with how he's played in the last month plus has been stellar. So really, really happy to see this.
Yeah, last 11 games, 938 save percentage.
That's unreal.
So that's why he went from like a sub 800 or just above 800 to 912 so far. Climbed a lot.
It absolutely did climb a lot. So Islanders win this one 2-0. They're back in action later tonight. They got Florida at 5:00. So back to back. We'll see how they are in a back to back. Would imagine this is Rittich in net tonight.
Yeah, I would think so. It would. I don't see why they would play him back to like this. And Rittich has been fine as well. So. Yeah. And the Florida Panthers haven't been very good this year.
No. So we'll see. It'd be nice if they're able to get, 2 in a row on the road and make it 4 straight. But, just final thoughts on this game. Again, they got incredible play from Ilya Sorokin. He kept them in the game. Special teams, same thing. Finally get one to go on the power play, add an empty netter. And that's enough when your goalie's playing at the level that he is right now.
Absolutely. That's all you need, man. So love it. More of that, please.
Absolutely. That'll do it for us in this one, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Matt. He's Mitch, and we'll catch you next time.